We're here to experience incredible places, go on journeys, go on adventures. I think I got one here. See new things. That's what the human spirit was built on, is what is out there? How can we go further? How can we see more? How can we experience all there is to experience in life? This is what you live for. Goat tenderloin. You know what that means, eh, Trav? It means we got her done. We're in the wilds of the Yukon. I'm Greg McHale. My good buddy Travis Macy is with me on this hunt from Colorado. It's exciting for me because this is the first time that we've ever hunted together. We've spent a pile of time in the mountains, racing, adventure racing, multi-sport, both with on the same team and against each other. So it's been a long time coming to get you up here to hunt, and we're after mountain goats. We're doing it kind of adventure racing style with kayaks on a remote river, and we're gonna get after it one way or another, just like years gone by.
I'm just excited for the experience. You know, coming to hunting as an adult within the last few years, I've still got a ton to learn, so the entire process, I'm gonna be watching, I'm gonna be asking questions and seeing what I can take home to my own hunting. And then I'm also excited that on a hunt like this, we're gonna get to use a lot of the skills and techniques and mindsets that we've developed over the years racing and training out in the wild, whether it's paddling or possibly getting up a hill quick sometime if we need to, maybe nighttime navigation, all that stuff comes into place.
I can pretty much guarantee that we're gonna have all of that.
Yeah. This is the kind of experience that brings people together, so I'm psyched to get on it.
I'm happy to have you here. It's gonna be an adventure no matter what.
So Greg, did you get some sleep last night?
It's always that anticipation of the hunt starting, right?
I slept well, but I know what you're saying about the anticipation. I mean, it's like the night before a race or, you know, something big at work. You're thinking about it, and the unknowns are running through your head, and you know you're ready. When you're out, you're going through the gear in your mind. Did I bring everything? You know, did I leave something at home? There's a couple times I woke up in the middle of the night, and it's like, you know, man, when is it going to be light out? Because I just want to get going. So that's the main feeling, just ready to roll.
Should we get this going?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hit the river.
Okay. It's such a transition from racing, is that this is where we have to, you know, slow things down and make sure that we don't go past something without seeing it. Because we're so used to like head down, you know, you're looking up to navigate and then it's head down and it's just charging, right? Just that hard charge all the time. This is not that hard charge. This is hunting and we're just doing it from a kayak. And it's just slow, methodical, pick the place apart. I think I got one here.
Is it worth checking out?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's a big white spot and kind of a perfect location.
Let's pull over and give it a look.
Yeah. If you go right from the top point,
yep.
If you go straight down, see where the rock ends?
Yep.
And there's that very first clump of trees there.
Yep.
Okay, so then just go 45 down from that. It's only like 100 yards.
Yep.
You got them. Anytime you see something at like a distance like that, you got to put the scope on it to make sure, and then you're still not going to be able to tell. All you're going to be able to tell is that it's a goat.
Yep.
It's still pretty cool to see. Check it out.
It's mountain goat in the Yukon. That's pretty cool in my book. We know there's around.
They're here. There's no doubt about that.
Daddy's got to be somewhere.
Exactly.
think it's always looking for something new. You know, you've done one thing at a very high level, and there's a big value in being a beginner again in something. And that for me has become hunting. It's a way to reconnect with nature in a much slower, and because of that, I think more intimate way. You know, whether it's the wildlife or the terrain, or even in Colorado, you know, I've been a whole bunch of places as a hunter that I never would have had any reason to go for one of my other sports. And my first hunting experience was a couple years ago. I went out with a buddy, you know, peak of the rut in Colorado, bulls are bugling. It's like National Geographic. And, you know, we went out there and had a wonderful, intense hunting experience on the first day. And it's those kind of moments that pull you in. And I think also to me, the idea of addressing hunting in a physical way, you know, where you're using human-powered avenues to get far back into the backcountry, and whether that's around home where I'm just running or mountain biking into a spot, or, you know, going a long way back at a place like this.
It's a big push.
Yeah, I'm about ready to be done paddling for today.
I think this is about as good a spot as we're ever gonna get on this river to camp right here. You know, it's awesome. We can glass right from here. How nice is that though?
Fresh snow. That storm nailed us with rain, and it snowed up high.
Exactly.
It looks pretty nice.
It's clearing up now though. Maybe tomorrow will be awesome. I think tomorrow's gonna be awesome no matter what.
Yeah.
I can set up the tent if you want to get wood, or vice versa, it doesn't matter.
I'll get some wood.
The best camping tip that I would have wished I had when I first started guiding was don't bring jeans. We were literally guiding in blue jeans.
Really?
And can you imagine?
In the Yukon.
In the Yukon.
Rain.
In the rain.
Snow. Okay.
Blue jeans.
How did that feel?
Well, compared to now, I was like whoever suggested that jeans was a good idea? Home sweet home.
Did I tell you why I have this mustache?
Is that what you call that?
It's a mustache, Greg. So Wyatt and I, my son, he's 7, we made a deal that neither of us are shaving our mustache until we harvest a big game animal this year.
That would have been probably a better deal for me to make Wyatt that one. Because at Christmas time, you're gonna have a beard like this.
I got a bunch of tags. Got the Colorado elk tag. As soon as I get back, they're gonna be high rut. Man, I'll be out there with my bow.
Awesome.
Bugle on in.
Awesome.
Just like that.
Isn't there like 250,000 elk in Colorado?
277,000.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, there's also 260,000 hunters.
how hard can it be?
Greg, that's about the coldest night of camping in September I can remember.
Well, certainly even for the first week of September, right? I think it was probably last night, it was -4, -5 Celsius.
I had one of those moments this morning when you get out of the sleeping bag, you're still relatively warm, and you're kind of weighing in your mind if it's going to be worth it to crawl out of the tent and go hunting, or if you should just stay in the tent. For me, my takeaway on those is when you're suffering or going through something a little hard, you got to shift your thinking from what you're doing to why you're doing it. And if you forget about that what and focus in on the motivation, that's what got me out.
It's nice to get back in the boat and get some heat generated after last night.
Yeah, I tell you what, I am still chilled from last night, and I'm ready to paddle hard to warm up.
All right, let's do that. Looking at the map, Trav, it looks like we got about another 6 miles, 10K or so to get to, to good goat country. That's kind of where my idea is to start to hike up into. We're getting there. Now we're starting to get into goat country. This is where I started getting excited about getting out of the boat and boots on the ground.
Well, that's good to hear. I don't know if we'll have a goat tonight, but I'll be psyched to at least have some miles on my legs, eh?
Yeah, it'll be good to get out of the boats for sure.
Greg, that looks like the best Yukon goat country I've ever seen. Up on the high peaks, Greg, it looks like they're pretty socked in with cloud cover. What do you think of that?
Yeah, this time of day, I think it's, the way things look, it's going to open up here because that sun is going to burn through, I think. And, it's that classic line, you wait 15 minutes and the weather will change. And that's totally true in the Yukon. I think that we need to pull over up here somewhere and get the scope on that, because that looks like a goat to me from here.
If it is one, it looks like a reasonable chance to get there.
Is there anything that we can't get to?
Just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time and will.
Yep.
We need to go up a little further and find a good spot to pull out to see if we can get the scope out and see if we can really assess whether that's a goat or not.
From what we saw, though, it looked...
Oh no, it looks like a goat. We just have to, want to really get a really good look at it.
Yeah.
We got to make a move, Trav. Ready to get after it? Get across the swamp.
What we're doing right now, bashing through bush, off the trail, steep, technical, basically just trying to keep up with Greg while he sets a course. I mean, this to me harkens to the adventure racing days. Most of the time in hunting, you're going slow, you're taking your time, you're being patient, but this is one of those times, and you can hear it, we're breathing hard, we're pushing. It's about all the time we got for now.
And we got to keep pushing.
Running and hunting and hiking and mountain biking in the Colorado Rockies, and we got a lot of rocks, but we don't have this kind of tundra. This is like about a foot of wet sponge each step, and it feels good going down, but coming back up, you definitely got to work a little harder. Get back out of it. If you can find a way to get out with someone who has experience or knows that terrain and that animal, your learning is just going to be skyrocketed. The top of his clump is still in view.
Yeah. So our reference is, once we get up to the first bench, that's our goal spot. And because right now he's out of sight. So.
But not by far.
No, not by too far. But
it's kind of bush here where you can't see far at all. This is the time I start thinking a little about grizzly bears and trying to pay attention. Greg's got a rifle, but it's on his back, so if anything happens, we got the bear spray, full-on race mode. And those races are really dynamic. 4-person co-ed team, trekking, mountain biking, kayaking, paddling, yeah, rappelling, fixed ropes.
Back in old days, the only thing we're missing is I don't have the compass out. Now we just have to pick our way. Don't need to run. We just need to slow it down. Bring the AR pace down. Hope he's still there. We're almost going to break out into the open.
I think the goat is at about just over 4,900. We're at 37, so we got another 1,200 feet. We just got to keep going before it gets dark. started at. We got way up here. We've climbed almost 2,000 feet. This is what you live for. We're within 400 yards, easy right now. Because when we crest this hill, if he's still where he was, he's gonna be right there. So that's what Greg's doing right now. If it's a goat we want, I think we're in shooting range. So Greg's gonna make that judgment right now. This is prime time here. I mean, we are just surrounded by high peaks. We've got river valleys. There's no sign of mankind in any direction. This is definitely the wild Yukon right here.
Maybe one more step.
Looks like he's laboring.
Ah, hit him.
He's walking. He's bedding down.
He's done.
Yeah?
Yeah. Head down.
Oh, there he goes.
They're tough.
Yeah.
You gotta be tough to live here.
Good job, buddy. Pleasure to share it with you. Tell you what,
Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, well, to me, this is what a hunt should be.
Taking an animal's life it's not an easy thing. It means something, and it's never really easy. It's who I am, and it's who we are as people. And, you know, it's part of the circle of life.
I tell you what, I know for me, I mean, seeing a death is hard, and being part of it is hard, but I also, being in a place like this, being part of a team like this, getting food this way, like, it's the way things should be. Life is hard. There's highs, there's lows. Death is part of it for all of us. Any chance we'll get them out before dark, Greg?
I don't think there's any chance we're getting them out before dark. Buddy, you know, you're coming up to this animal that you've worked really hard to get. And, you know, the first you get to actually put your hands on it, and it's real. It's just nothing but respect and trying to show honor to the animal that you've just taken. Nice. All right, buddy. Thanks for sharing it with me. Beautiful animal. We spent a lot of time in the mountains together, and this is the first time we've been hunting together. So it's been fantastic to have you along and to experience this hunt, not only from my perspective, but actually through your eyes in a lot of ways.
The feeling is mutual, and you do still have the energy. And I'm a new hunter, and this moment to me of touching the animal is one of mixed emotion. I mean, on the one side, there's just the awe of the species, and, you know, I mean, these guys, I've been running around in Colorado my whole life up on 14ers, seeing practically domesticated mountain goats up there. They're my buddies, and not once did I think about harvesting one until the last couple of years as I've gotten into hunting. And when it's up close and personal, it's sadness too, and that's, I mean, think about my dog, and I think about how important animals are to me, and the irony of taking one's life, which is something I believe in, and is something that I think is what we are made to do. And I think if we're gonna eat meat, I strongly believe this is the way to do it. So we're gonna make it down in daylight, Greg?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance. If you mean tomorrow morning. Because I think that's I think it's doable, man.
Okay, well,
let's see what
let's do it.
Let's work away at it. goat tenderloin. You know what that means, eh, Trav?
That means dinner to me.
Means we got her done. We're here to experience incredible places, go on journeys, go on adventures, see new things. That's what the human spirit was built on, is what is out there? How can we go further? How can we see more? How can we experience all there is to experience in life? And for me, this is how I feel I experience all there is too, is by hunting in the mountains and doing it with great men.